president of France. I don't know if you saw him getting pushed in the face by his wife.
Yeah.
Very fun, very interesting.
It's hard to argue the incident away because there's sort of versions of things you can kind of argue with.
Yeah.
And then ones you can't really argue with.
Yeah.
And this one you can't argue with because of the way she did it, sort of like into the face with kind of a shove and an upward, like it was very,
Here it is.
very intentional.
I don't really read much into the relationship of any specifics because of this, except what I do see is what's wrong with this bitch. She knows he's walking into cameras right there, and she does that. It's such a passive aggressive move.
Yeah. Well, we're having a problem
Right.
in our society, which is women and impulse control.
Yeah.
They're fighting. They're hearing news they don't like at the airport and grabbing the computer and throwing it at the person behind the thing.
Yeah.
Women have an impulse issue, and we used to kind of keep it tamped down,
Well,
and then we told them to express yourself all the time.
It turns out men have an impulse issue too, but it is contained by all mammals through rough and tumble play in adolescence. You get your ass kicked over and over and over again, and you learn how to contain it. Women don't get that.
No, they don't. So, and now they don't contain
and by
it.
the way, those that have engaged in sort of combat sports and rough and tumble play, so to speak, guess what they don't do? They don't act. You don't see any of the UFC fighters acting out at the airport.
Well, I haven't checked the statistics. I reckon you're right. Women are basically going nuts because we let them go nuts, and it's a big problem. And I've been saying it. I have a lot of opinions that are unpopular that people don't want to hear,
hey,
but it's what's going on. I told you 25 years ago we're ruining women and black people because we're telling them you don't have to listen to anybody and you can do whatever you want all the time and don't ever listen to a man or somebody who's different than you or anything. And they're going, and they went with it. They've heeded everyone's advice and they're just doing whatever, whenever.
Yeah.